Cost. Meaning of the term cost. What is called the cost, sir? Cost is nothing but expenditure. Cost is nothing but what? Expenditure which is incurred for the purpose of producing the product or rendering the services. What is called cost? It's an expenditure which is incurred for the purpose of producing the product or rendering the services. In general, by usage, by way of nomenclature, we used to interchange the terminology cost and expenditure. What is the cost of water bottle? What is the cost of the dress material? What is the cost of calculator? We use the word cost of the product. But usage wise, it maybe seems to be correct, but technically both are not one and same. Then what is called cost and what is called expenditure? Cost is the expenses which is incurred for the purpose of production activity. Production means what? It may be tangible product or service means intangible product. So, expenses incurred for producing the product. It may be tangible or intangible. What is called a tangible product? Visible, which can be what? We can see the product. Intangible product represent what? Example for the intangible product? Goodwill, patent right, copyright, all those things are all intangible assets, not intangible products. Clear? Intangible asset is different, intangible product is different. Product means which is saleable, 1 kg of goodwill, okay, 2 units of patent right, whether you can go to buy. Clear? Therefore, intangible product is different, intangible asset is different. We are discussing about what? Products. What is called intangible product? Service sector. What is called service sector? Example for the service sector? Hotel industry, hospital, coaching classes, okay, or transportation, okay, this is another what? Service sector. Clear? So, we are going to ascertain the cost of tangible product and we have to ascertain the cost of the services rendered. Services means what? Intangible product. Now, we are going to ascertain the cost, sir. How to ascertain the cost? The cost we have to ascertain in manufacturer's point of view. In whose view you have to ascertain, sir? Manufacturer's point of view. So, first one is what? Cost is the expenses which is incurred for the purpose of. Cost is the expenditure which is incurred for the purpose of producing the product or rendering the services. Can you please tell me, between cost and the expenditure, which one is the bigger terminology, which one is a small terminology? Which one is big, which one is small? Cost is the bigger one, expenditure is the small one. Yes or no? Just because of your attending costing class, cost is not the bigger one. Okay, expenditure is bigger than what? Cost. Clear? So, expenses is bigger than what? Cost. Why, sir? Because cost itself is the expenses which is incurred for the purpose of producing the product. Expenses. Clear? Expenditure. Whether it is utilized for the purpose of production. Yes means what? Cost. No means mere expenses only. Understood? Therefore, all the costs are expenditure only. But all the expenses may not be the cost. Understood or not? All the costs are expenditure. All the expenses may not be the cost. Comfortable or not? Clear? So, all the costs are expenditure, but all the expenses may not be the cost. So, cost is the expenses which is incurred for the purpose of producing the product or rendering the services. We have to view the cost in whose point of view? Manufacturer's point of view. Clear? We have to view the cost in manufacturer's point of view, not in end user's point of view. Not end user. We should not see the cost in end user, your customer's point of view. Assume I am going to produce the product. As a manufacturer, I am going to produce a product. Cost of producing the product, assume I have produced a product called the pen. Cost of producing the pen comes to 100 rupees. After adding 10 rupees, I am going to sell the product to him. What are the costs for you? 110. After adding 10 rupees, he is going to transfer the product to her. What are the cost for you? 120. Product remains the same. If you are going to ask what are the cost of the product, I am going to say 100 rupees, you are going to tell 120 rupees, and she is going to tell 120 rupees. Which one is the real cost? 100 or 110 or 120? 100. Why not 120 or why not what 110? For his point of view, cost is equal to 110 only, no. For her point of view, cost is equal to 120 only, no. Why 100 alone is called the cost? We have to view the cost in manufacturer's point of view. Why we have to view the cost in manufacturer's point of view? Because the definition of the cost itself what? Is the expenditure incurred for producing the product. Among three was produce the product, manufacturer. Therefore, we have to see the cost in manufacturer's point of view. Comfortable or not? Understood? So, it's the expenses on production or services. We have to see the cost. We have to view the cost in whose point of view? Manufacturer's point of view. Now, as a manufacturer, I am not going to produce only one pen for one particular customer. Right? If I am going to produce only one product for one particular customer, I can ascertain how much the material cost, how much the labor cost, how much other expenses, add a profit, I can fix the selling price. But where I am going to produce the product? In my factory. To run the factory, to produce the product, I might have incurred crores and crores of rupees. And I might have produced lakhs and lakhs of outputs of pen. Am I right? I am not going to produce only one pen for one particular customer. I might have invested crores and crores of rupees and I might have produced lakhs and lakhs of outputs of pen. Then, how can I say this one pen cost comes to 100 rupees? Very good. How much I have invested? Total cost. How many units I have produced? Total cost divided by number of units is equal to cost per unit. So one of the techniques is that total cost divided by number of units is equal to cost per unit. The same technique may not applicable for all the industry. Why is the same technique may not applicable for all the industry? Suppose client is coming and asking me, how much the bill amount for your services, sir? Wait, total cost to run my firm. Number of clients in my firm. Total cost divided by number of clients is equal to cost per client, bill per client. Okay? You have to pay 2 lakhs rupees. Sir, I came only for PAN application, sir. Total cost, numerator correct or liya? Number of unit, denominator is correct or not? Take your calculator. Total cost, number of unit is equal to cost per unit. Is it right? Bus operator, you are traveling from one place to another place in the bus. Okay? Ticket fare you are asking. Wait, ma'am. Total cost to run the bus. Number of passenger. Therefore, ticket fare per passenger. You have to pay 20,000 rupees. Possible? Clear? Suppose you are coming by train. How much the cost you have to pay? Clear? Therefore, total cost by number of unit may not applicable for all the industry, but it's one of the technique to ascertain the cost. Our intention may remain same. What is the intention? We want to ascertain the cost of the product. That is what the intention. Our intention may remain same, but how I am going to implement the intention is going to vary depending upon the nature of the product or nature of the industry. What is the intention behind preparing financial statement? What is called the financial statement? Trading, P&L account, balance sheet, notes forming part of account, including cash flow statements are called the financial statement. What is the intention behind preparing financial statement? Financial position. Alright? Nothing but profitability. Whether you have earned profit or not. That is what the only intention. Okay? Our intention remains the same. How much of profit earned by the entity? That is the only intention. Intention may remain same. How I am going to implement the intention is going to vary depending upon the nature of the industry. The way in which I am going to prepare the financial statement for the trading company is not equal to the way in which I am going to prepare the financial statement for the non-trading company. The way in which I am going to prepare the financial statement for the non-trading company is not equal to the way in which I am going to prepare the financial statement for energy company or insurance company. Our intention may remain same, but how I am going to implement the intention is going to vary depending upon the nature of the industry. Similarly, here my intention is to ascertain the cost. How I am going to implement the cost, how I am going to ascertain the cost is going to vary depending upon nature of the industry. Yes or no? So, how to ascertain the cost? The way in which to ascertain the cost, the process of ascertaining the cost, the way in which to ascertain the cost, the process of ascertaining the cost are called dash. That is what your paper name. Cost accounting and financial management. The process of ascertaining the name are called costing. The way in which to ascertain the cost are called costing. Note it down. Meaning of the term costing. Process of ascertaining the cost. Process of ascertaining the cost are called costing. That is the way in which to ascertain the cost. The way in which to ascertain the cost are called costing. Process of ascertaining the cost are called costing. That is the way in which to ascertain the cost are called costing. Now, why we need costing? Why we need costing? That is called what? Objectives of costing. Why we need costing is called what? Objectives of costing. Frequently asked question, important question. Okay. Frequently asked 3 mark question. Why we need costing? What are the object behind costing? First one, ascertainment of cost. Second object, determination of selling price. Third one, ascertainment of profit on each activity. Next one, cost control. Next, cost reduction and decision making purpose. I'll repeat once again. First object, ascertainment of cost. Second one, determination of selling price. Third object, ascertainment of profit on each activity. Cost control, cost reduction and decision making purpose. Decision making purpose. These are all one object behind costing. Comfortable or not? So all of you repeat. What are all the objectives of costing? Ascertainment of cost, determination of selling price, ascertainment of profit on each activity, cost control, cost reduction, decision making purpose. Okay. So frequently asked important question. All of you repeat once again. These are all called one objectives of